Hello, and welcome back to another live stream, guys. We are back, and well, I think you can guess what team am I supporting, but no, actually, my favorite team is on pole position. Georgie Boy is on pole, let's go. And basically, Lando has a chance for the win, and Ricardo is up higher. I can't actually. If I could tweak some settings, yeah, I could actually. I'm gonna do that. Before the formation lap starts, I'm actually gonna try and do that. Where's my face cam? So if I just do here, does not work. Just do here, does not work. I am going to do this though. Wait, what? Where's my face cam? Bro, my face cam just disappeared. No. WWE soon. Actually, I was supposed to be playing WWE now, but George is on pole, dude. I can't miss it for the world. I can, but I shouldn't miss it for the world. Dude, I've lost my face cam. So basically, yeah, my team is on pole. My favorite driver is in P3 and P5 and P7 and P11. So yeah, we'll head to the data screen. I apologize, by the way, for the inconvenience, but here is the window capture. Can you please capture the window, mate? We are live. We'll go on board, cause I see both the Kickstarter teams still in the garage, so that does mean that they are starting from pit lane. Okan is actually starting 18 despite the 5 place grid penalty. Hello, hello, welcome back to the stream, everyone. Nova, hi Nova. AW bro, WWE 2 घंटे बाद. Easy. Standing water at the curb, so it was raining. I'm sorry, I couldn't follow up anything. Like, I didn't even see the pre-race show because I was playing with these guys, taking up my time. But yeah, I had fun, so I don't think I missed a lot. And there's rain, so I think Verstappen and Lewis. I ain't gonna say anything, but yeah, we'll listen to the commentary now.
And that's why I'm saying I think the front 10 or a dozen are going to be on, though they're much shallower, the tread on those. Let's say you've got a lot more rubber on the track. And if it does start to dry, they'll go much further towards the zone to put the slick tyres on. But that's going to be such a difficult call today. The track is only 21 degrees. If it does start to dry out, it'll be very much like a goat track, like one sort of narrow line, the width of a Formula One car. Come in and put slick tyres on. You're okay as long as you can fire them up and stay in that track, but as soon as you run a little bit wide anywhere. So we'll see, that could be later on, should it dry out. If not, they've got 4 sets of these intermediates, which is good for them because that should get them through the race.
A bit of standing water there on the apex of turn 2. The track's been resurfaced since we were in Montreal last year, and I would say the drainage isn't particularly brilliant. We had a big downpour on Friday, and that delayed the start of the first practice session whilst they got the pumps out to try and get rid of some of the water. Hasn't rained as hard today, but there's standing water, as you can see there, through a lot of the corners.
And Lewis already reporting back. If it stays like this, I think it'll be wet tyres, but I think they'll hang on to these inters as long as they can. They just don't feel the wet durable enough.
Sure, I was just actually checking for some settings, and turns out I cannot actually fit the full window. Let's see what you guys are missing. So you're missing what the tire compounds they are on, but you get the idea, right? What tire compounds they're on. So we have Hülkenberg starting on full wets, and I mean both cars are starting on full wets, and there's a pit lane start for both Kickstarter teams. I will unmute in a moment. Just give me a moment. Once the race starts, I'll join Discord. Don't worry. Just let the Discord just start. We'll listen to the driver radios first, though, if there are any interesting ones. So we'll just listen to Max's.
Max, we've got a circuit update from the safety car. We have some standing water at the apex of turn 2, but the remainder of the track is simply wet, no puddles.
Wait.
Okay, Max, so intel on the rain intensity. You may notice that it picks up in intensity, but we expect that could only last around a minute or 2 before it reduces again.
So I don't know when is this radio from. I'm sorry for interrupting, but Daniel Ricciardo has just been told by his engineer, I think his also name is Pierre. Pierre. He's been told by Pierre that a cell of rain is coming. That means a cell of rain is coming, and it's going to last for around 10 to 15 minutes. So Max was told that the rain would last for 1 or 2 minutes. I'm not gonna comment on anything because this is what happens when you miss the pre-race show or something like.
They fall apart quite quickly.
The grid slots are being filled right now by the cars. We are about to get underway in a wet start here at Circuit de Gilles Villeneuve, if I'm pronouncing it right. But the last car, Esteban Ocon, has made his way into his final grid slot, and the safety car is also parked just behind the drivers, and there is the man with the green flag walking on the track. He started waving it. He is waving the green flag. The 5 lights are coming on, and we are underway in Canada. Russell gets a good start, so does the McLarens, and they probably will be wheel to wheel, but Russell keeps the lead going into turn 1. So far it's pretty clean. Turn 1 towards turn 2 we go. We see Lewis Hamilton making a move. I think he's making a move on Yuki Tsunoda. They were wheel to wheel, or has he lost the place? I don't see. There's just sprays on my screen, yellow flag. I mean, that's probably because of the cars budging up into turn 1. But so far, we've had a clean lap 1. That is clean sector 1. Russell leads from Verstappen and from Norris, then Piastri, then Fernando Alonso, and then Lewis Hamilton is up into 6th place. Daniel Ricciardo has dropped down to 7th right now. You can see it on your screens. But it is a clean start, which I did not expect actually, because since it was raining, I actually expected something crazy. And something a tiny bit of slap there for Lando Norris. Interesting. Yeah, that is all I'll say. It's interesting. Right now, I can't say anything, and we have Haas making a move on Ferrari, who's gone wide apparently, and it is the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc. So Charles Leclerc drops down to P10 as K-Mag has overtaken him. He didn't go that wide, but no DRS because, well, it is wet, obviously. And they are going wheel to wheel right now, the Haas and the Aston Martin. So I'm presuming that it is Lance Stroll and K-Mag. And K-Mag, after over... the Ferrari has gone wide at the final chicane. He has to cut the chicane. Magnussen gets past Stroll, gets past Leclerc, all on lap 1. And then Leclerc goes wide. It's okay, I take my word back. Chaos for Ferrari. I don't know. So far, the top 4 are untouched. There's no changes between them. Alonso and Hamilton gain a place each. Kevin Magnussen has gained 7 places. Get that. A Haas has just gained 7 places and he's into P7. I think I can come to a conclusion as to why has that happened. Danny Rick had a horrible start, is down 3 places. Lance Stroll is P9. Leclerc has gained up a place. Sonora has presumably lost 2 or 3. Hülkenberg has gained 5 or 6 positions because he's P12. Then he's followed up by the 2 Williams cars. And Checo Perez has actually lost a position to Ocon, who gains 2 positions. Interesting. So after the top 6, it's all chaos down there. And right now, it's Lewis Hamilton versus Kevin Magnussen, who's into 6th place. We'll listen to George.
This level of rain is the worst we expect.
So if this is the worst, I don't think Inters is a bad idea, because if it is going to last 5 or 10 minutes, I think drivers can survive on Inters. But here comes the Haas of Kevin Magnussen on Fernando Alonso. Haas is up into P5. What is happening? How does that man have so pace? He's on full wets. Is it time for full wets? But if this is the strongest rain we are gonna get, I don't know. Haas have pulled a blinder here, and it is working for them. The gamble's working. He is up 9 places. Do you see that? Kevin Magnussen is up 9. Hülkenberg is up 10. They are into double points paying position. I might have a stroke because Hamilton back down into P7 once again. We'll listen to Leclerc's radio, what happened to him.
Rain expected to stop in 7. Let's just keep it up.
Rain expected to top in 7. I think there's a clear correlation as to why has that happened. But here comes Kevin Magnussen on Oscar Piastri. They are right now 2 or 3 car lengths apart, and given the tire difference, if the rain stays, I think Kevin Magnussen is making a move. They are coming out of the hairpin right now. But meanwhile, in the background, Lance Stroll has gotten past Lewis Hamilton. What is happening? Kevin Magnussen is up into P4 before the final chicane. A lot before, just out of the hairpin. K-Mag is running into 4th place on merit. I'm shocked. Yeah, no words. Hamilton was fighting Alonso, my bad. He hasn't dropped a place, but let me just go up. Hülkenberg has gained 2 positions. Haas have literally overtaken the entire grid. 10 places for Mag and 10 places for Hülkenberg technically. Gasly and Perez collide into turn 2. We didn't see that on the broadcast, but what? No words. Honestly. We'll listen to Crofty what he has to say.
The radar very accurate so far today. I can see with the sun poking through the clouds, and they were right about that being the heaviest of the rain, starting to ease up now, but nobody coming out for any pit stops.
So Magnussen is low 1 minute 36.
We are seeing something strange engine side, and we're looking at it. Keep pushing.
So Magnussen's now starting to catch drivers. Sort of going about as fast as he, not quite. So I don't think he'll be sailing past.
I didn't listen to what Martin Brundle had to say about Max, but now there's problem with Leclerc's engine. If they're right about the weather, what does this mean for Haas? Will their wet tires keep working? I don't know, but Hülkenberg is right behind Hamilton's gearbox. He is so close, and I can see him making a move into turn 1. They are coming out of the final chicane right now. Through the grandstands they go, and across the line they are now. The cameras are on them. Does Hülkenberg throw it down the inside? He does not. So I think he saw a move. He tried, but nah, it wasn't the bravest of efforts. He didn't try, but he let have it.
No, it's not, but we keep pushing. We have issues on the engine, but keep pushing.
Oh, that is not good news for Ferrari or for Charles.
Just last weekend we declared him the championship contender. For fuck's sake. Honestly. Hamilton's struggling. I don't know. Yeah, it's because I think K-Mag has to get into that podium place to just, rattle the top 3. It'll be interesting from then, because what do you do? I don't know what. If this continues, K-Mag could actually win the race. I'm not even kidding you guys. Because look, the gap between the leaders is 7 seconds, and K-Mag is slower than Mr. Russell, but he is matching Max Verstappen. K-Mag is almost matching Max Verstappen now. That is just 2 or 3 tenths between them, which is a lot, but considering it's Red Bull versus Haas, it's mighty close. Verstappen has just gotten the fastest lap of the race. We are on lap 6 of lap 70. Interesting. I'm just gonna keep repeating it. Interesting, aren't I? But what do you do if you're Haas? What do you do? What is your opinion, guys? If anyone's watching, let me know. Do you wait for others? Do you react to others, or do you go for that bold, maybe switch to enters a bit earlier? Or I don't know. I don't have the weather.
People on inters now going faster than people on X-Wet.
So yeah, inters are the fastest tire right now. So if it stays wet, oh, Hamilton's just gone wide. No, if it stays wet throughout the race, do you gamble with your Haas cars and just bring them in for new inters? Because eventually, I don't think it is possible to do all 70 laps on inters. So eventually, they are going to come in. And remember, our race... Oh, yellow flag in sector 2. Our race is not for the race win. We are trying to secure points, and it is a Williams into the wall. He is reversing, so I think he can continue. And it is the Williams of none other than Logan Sargent. Logan Sargent has just gone into the wall where Lance Stroll famously crashed in 2018, I believe. But thankfully, he is continuing, and George Russell has just got in the fastest lap. So does Max Verstappen. So Inter is clearly the fastest tire, and Russell is now gaining. Ooh, someone's wide. Fernando Alonso is wide, and here comes Lewis Hamilton down the main straight. They are going wheel to wheel across the line, going into turn 1. But what happened? Lewis Hamilton goes straight on. Lewis Hamilton is on. He's off. Turn 1, he cuts the chicane. Now he has to give back the place. That dog shit of a Mercedes. Ooh, that's a big snap for Fernando Alonso. It's all kicking off here in Canada. But it quite isn't. But still, for me, it is. Because, those two are my favorite test driver probably on the grid. So Hulkenberg is still lurking in the background, but yeah, as I was saying, Russell is now putting a gap between Magnussen and himself. So clearly, Inters are the fastest tires. Now, do you gamble and try and keep your places safe?
Quite a bit, but
okay, so the engine, Leclerc's engine is pretty fucked up because he's losing half a second on the straights. We'll listen to Leclerc's radio if it is it.
People on Inters now.
Nah, we've listened to this radio, but Leclerc is losing half a second on the straight. That is not ideal. That is absolutely not ideal. But I think George has got Max Verstappen covered. He has a lead for 2.7 seconds. It has just come down to 2.6. But as I said, Haas is into the pits. Haas are going for Inters, which is the good decision, I feel like, or it was the only decision, because the experts were clearly the slowest tires, and only your team had them. But clearly people on Inter are struggling as well, because we've seen Alonso get a moment here and there, and then Lewis go wide. Leclerc went wide on lap 1, but I think that was partly rain and might as well be engine. Logan Sargent just gone into a wall, but that might just be a skill issue, can't really say. But yeah, it's interesting. It's definitely interesting, as I'm being shown a restart right now. When was the last time you heard me? I don't know, but I was saying how hard, they took the right decisions, and even they are right now. The gamble should work for them. They are in for Inters, and K-Mag is actually running 14th, but hear me out. If he can stretch it to the end of the race, he should. And there's the contact between Perez and Gasly was sideways there. Gasly is last, and someone's lost his front wing. Was it Checo? What happened is, going into turn 1, they are going wheel to wheel, Gasly and Perez. Perez gets the apex, turns, and just loses the car. He tries to correct it at racing fault, I feel like, because he's clearly backing the steering wheel. So I wouldn't say it was causing a collision, but the sun shining through, and this is probably the reason why Logan Sargent crashed, because he went off into turn 1. We'll listen to Sainz's radio in a moment, but he went off into turn 1. It's not dry there. The driest part on the track right now is the racing line, because Formula 1 cars just move the water away with the aerodynamics. So he got his tires wet, then going into turn 6, he just couldn't stop, and he went straight into the wall and kissed it. He just kissed the wall, and he's continued back on. So that is a poor start for Logan Sargent, which is crucial actually, because it is out of contract this season, and so are many other drivers. With talks of Carlos Sainz replacing Logan at Williams, may as well be a possibility. Meanwhile, let me just scroll down, and Danny Rick has been noted for a false start. I think Danny Rick, I hyped him. I fucked up. But Lewis Hamilton is back into 6th place, because K-Mag, as I said, he came in impossible to overtake with this issue, to be honest. So Leclerc finds it difficult to overtake people. Is it time for them to retire the car and just save some more engine wear? I know it does sound like I'm giving up, but there's no point in wearing out your engine for P10, which you might as well lose after pitting. And if you're slow, there's your teammate who has a perfectly good car and is capable of catching up to you. Do you retire the car, or am I being too hasty and aggressive on the track? But the gap between P1 and P2, it's getting closer and closer. Right now it's 1.3 on your screens, but Max is catching up to Russell slowly but surely. And yeah, I'm just waiting for a dry track, which I think the back straight is pretty dry. The racing line is dry, I'm gonna tell you that. there is some aquaplaning here and there, and Russell is kicking up some spray, but so is Max Verstappen. It is not quite slick yet, but I think in 10, 15 or 20 laps time, I don't think the slick tires are far from reality. So yeah, Russell gets the fastest lap, so does Max Verstappen. They are exchanging the fastest laps every lap. So Max Verstappen's fastest lap right now is a 1:29.9, and George's is 1:29.7. So Max's fastest lap was actually 1:29.2. So Max was whole 7 tenths quicker than Russell. There was graphics issue on the broadcast, and Verstappen is just a second behind. So yep, as I said, we are going to hear the Dutch national anthem today. I always said lap 8 he was 7 tenths faster, and lap 9 he was 2.5 tenths faster. Why am I stuttering? What? Am I dying? Is it wasn't hard? Ricardo is under investigation. That does not seem well. Do I check? Well, even if I wanted to check the onboard footage, I can show it to you guys. I might as well leave it, because Ricardo is already dead, bro. He started P5, he's down in P8. Yeah, it does not look good. But I still believe in Dynamic. Come on, mate, you can do it. And mind you guys, if my energy seems off, that is because if you guys know or don't know, we actually streamed last night the Canadian Grand Prix qualifying, and for me the local time was 1:30 in the morning, which is when we started, and then we ended the stream around 3:10ish. Ooh, so V Carb and Haas cars are pretty close. There is not a DRS train, but the cars are bunched up there, and
expecting a short rain cell, duration 5 minutes, in around 15 laps.
By which time Hulkenberg's tyres will be just molten chewing gum, won't they? So he's got to do something soon.
He's been holding people up for...
So there goes Danny Rick getting past Nico Hulkenberg. Now obviously wets on dry tracks does not go well, and since the racing line is pretty much dry right now, as that Kravitz is going to be molten chewing gum by lap 15, but I think I'm starting to see the effects of it now. He needs some rain badly, because it is Lance Stroll going wheel to wheel towards turn 3. Does he get past? We need to know, but we are being shown the Max Verstappen onboard footage. But as I was saying, guys, if my energy seems off, that is because I streamed until 3:10 last night, and well, George took pole in it, so I was celebrating it, and so much dopamine was released I actually couldn't sleep. No, I'm just kidding. I actually ended up sleeping at 4, and I woke up at 7, and since then I've had no sleep, and I've been working all day, so yeah, excuse me, but the gap between the leader is just 8 tenths, Max Verstappen and the leader, which is bad. It's bad. Sooner the track gets dry, the sooner Max Verstappen will pass George Russell, but I don't think a Mercedes podium is out of question here, because the gap between the top 2 and Norris is actually 7 seconds. So yeah, quite possibly we are on our way for a podium at the least. Russell's radio.
George expecting another rain shower 20 minutes from now.
Just tell me what you'd like me to do then. He's starting to work very quick.
Just be careful not to tear the Inter.
Well, if he pitted now, he'd come out behind Oscar Piastri. I'll tell you who is pitting, Nico Hulkenberg for Haas, who are ready for it.
We are drop T. Hulkenberg is coming in for a pit stop, and now, as I said, that I didn't say, but I meant to say that now the teams will start conserving their tires until the rain comes, and when the rain comes, they'll see the intensity and how long it lasts. So duration, they said that it's 10-15 minutes, I think GP said. I'm not sure, but you can see Max is going for that wet line, so is George. They both are kicking up spray. The back straight is completely dry, by the way. The racing line, it's dry. It slicks on the back straight, but turn 1, there's still water, and Lewis Hamilton is right on the gearbox of Fernando Alonso. And Lewis top 5 finish is all I ask for. I don't ask more, because I think it's Lewis's record. He's never finished outside top 5 at this place. Interesting. So right now I don't think there'll be any attacks from Max Verstappen's side because Russell is being told to conserve his tires until the rain comes, and then we'll discuss the strategy. But Russell's radio.
6 with 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's exactly when the rain's expected to hit.
And that is a problem.
But they're at a different racetrack, aren't they?
I forecasted this too. So 20 minutes. George is expecting slicks, but the thing is, the radars are showing that there might be rain then, and which is not good, which is definitely not good. So Daniel, yeah, what I meant to say, what I forgot to say is Daniel Ricciardo has received a 5-second time penalty for a false start. Now, what is that false start? I think we'll see it on the replay, and if we don't, we'll check it out on his onboard once the race gets cooled down. Right now, because the gap between the leaders is just 7, not the leaders, but gap between the leader and Max Verstappen is 7 tons, and yeah, rain alert is in 18 minutes, so we are on lap 14 right now, and in 18 minutes time, so that'll be considering 115 per lap, 130 per lap. So for 2 laps we have 3 minutes, so times that's 6. So in 12-13 laps time we are expecting rain, and I expect the Inters to go that far, but with the way George is having to defend against Max, is it possible? We are having a race on our hands, by the way, for the race win. I think George Russell on tires, good tires actually, the right tires can actually challenge Max Verstappen, but you can just see the difference when he's been told to conserve his tires, and it is difficult to conserve your tires, by the way, because it's not just about driving carefully, but it's also about driving in the wet. I know it sounds bad if you're new to Formula 1, but the inter tires, they have the grooves and you have to keep them wet so they don't overheat and pick up rubber, start raining or something. But yeah, so you have to keep them wet so they stay cool and you don't wear them out, because right now I see both the drivers are following different wet lines. No one is going for the dry line except when they have to hit the apexes, and Lando Norris is arriving on the scene. The gap between him and Verstappen is just 4 seconds, so the longer Verstappen is stuck behind Russell, the closer we are getting to a 3-way battle for the lead. Now guys, if you tune into the stream, make sure you hit the like button, because we are fighting over God Save the King and the Dutch national anthem. What are we going to hear? If we get a British race winner, we are going to play the national anthem. Doesn't matter if I get the copyright. We will do that. And if somehow, miraculously, Lewis Hamilton gets on the podium, I'll do anything that chat says, which is doable for me actually. So the chat says like, walk on your head, I can do it. But yeah, I think I'm gonna regret my decisions, because no, I think I'm not gonna regret my decisions, but I think I'm being quite bold. What if Lewis? Am I underestimating the GOAT? Wait, so you can see when I actually forecasted the 12 laps time, it was 1:38 here, and now the weather alert is showing rain in 13 minutes. So I think the wind has picked up, which is moving the clouds over, which is good news. That means the drivers have to worry less about rain coming or not coming, and they get a chance. Ooh, Max Verstappen's off. Max Verstappen's off into turn 1. He had to cut the chicane. He has lost time to George Russell, but that has allowed Lando Norris to just creep up behind, and Lando Norris is under 1 second right now. And do you enable DRS? I mean, I know you never enable DRS in the wets, but your DRS zones are pretty much dry. We'll see what happens. Is Max Verstappen chasing George Russell, and he's just going to turn in, and he goes across the turn 1 straight into the apex, straight into the path of Lando Norris, and Lando Norris is right now on the gearbox of Max Verstappen. the gap between them is just 6 tenths between Lando and Max. So anything can happen here, chat. Anything can happen. Anyone can win this goddamn race. Any one of the top three, because Piastri has fallen off. But as I say that, so was Lando. Lando was 7 seconds behind, the same as Piastri is now. And look, he's caught up. So I'm not going to say anything. But as I said, Sector 3 is completely dry, and the Sector 1 and 2 are still inters. So it's difficult for the stewards actually. If somehow we could get a clean line into turn 1, maybe we should actually enable the DRS, because the racing line is pretty much dry. I know you don't turn on the DRS on inters in inter conditions, but I don't see it as being unsafe. But I'm not going to pass my judgment until I see this particular straight, the middle DRS zone, and which is practically dry. It is slicks on the second DRS zone, but what happens is on the entry of the next chicane it's wet, and if you cut the chicane it's puddles of water, and it's not good news for slicks if you're on slicks. So as George said, maybe in 1 lap's time slick conditions, but that is also when the rain is expected to hit. Now when it was 1:35 on the timer on the top left of your screens, it said 13 minutes. So if I were to say it now, there's 10 minutes to the rain. But what is the wind speed? The wind speed is 2.9 kilometers per hour. Does that matter? I don't know. DRS has been enabled. I told you guys, you enable the DRS, you should enable the DRS. And DRS has been enabled, which is good news for Lando Norris, and which might even be a good news for George Russell, as George Russell is 1.9 second clears of Max Verstappen, and if Lando and Max are fighting, George Russell basically gains time on Lando Norris. So right now Russell is watching on his mirrors and is looking at the battle behind. Meanwhile, weather alert, the rain is expected to hit in 9 minutes. So far so good. The rain is coming right on time. So we have 6 odd laps of DRS, as Oscar Piastri had his DRS turned on, but there is no difference. But since the DRS has been turned on, this is the first time we'll be on the back straight, and the DRS is quite long there. It is quite helping. Lando will also get the toe. Dude, what? You can clearly see the effects of sleep deprivation here, but yeah, we are on the back straight right now, and Lando Norris opens his DRS right now. He's gaining on Max Verstappen. He needs to keep those tires, but he's still gaining on Max Verstappen. He cannot make a move. It's difficult to make a move, especially in these conditions, going and out of the wall of champions. So even on the main straight, he still has DRS, but the question is, unlike other drivers, can Lando Norris actually stop? He does not go for a move, but the gap between them is just 3.5 tenths. 3.5 tenths. And Oscar Piastri, I just put in the fastest lap of the session, and so did Norris. The gap between them is just 2 tenths. So even Piastri is gaining. Is right now just 5.5 seconds behind Norris. So this tiny battle here, or mega battle here, between Verstappen and Norris is letting Russell get away and is inviting Piastri. Now we know the Mercedes is slow, so you can catch up to the Mercedes. So in theory, we are having a 4-way battle for the race win. And you can see Max Verstappen's light flashing, but that's probably because of the rain in it. I thought he was recovering energy there, which sounded like a good news to me, because that means Max Verstappen's battery is completely dead. But turns out it is not the way, because here comes Lando Norris right now. He has his DRS turned on right now. His car is reaching the top speed upwards of 320 kilometers per hour. They are going wheel to wheel towards the final chicane. Lando Norris gets past Max Verstappen. Come on. Lando Norris is up into P2 and is just a second behind George Russell. Now George, you have to drive like hell, mate. I can't lose out on another race win for Mercedes. No, as much as I'd be thrilled to have a Lando Norris race win, I need a George race win. I know people are gonna batter Lewis over it, that one car is winning and the other is fighting for P5 and 6. But yeah, Georgie boy, Lando Norris is right on his gearbox right now as they are heading towards the second DRS zone, and Lando Norris has a DRS turn on, but so does Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen has the DRS off of Lando Norris, and Piastri has gained up half a second on them and is just 5 seconds behind them now in the space of a lap and a half. But this is the crucial part here, who stays ahead going into the hairpin. Now Lando Norris will have the DRS, and this is the place where he overtook Max Verstappen on the last lap, and he is pretty close to George Russell right now. DRS wide open. Lando Norris is gaining on on George Russell. My bad. This is for the race win here. Lando Norris and George wheel to wheel going into final chicane. Lando Norris is leading. George Russell's off. George Russell has to cut the chicane and is presumably letting Max Verstappen by. Lando Norris leads the Canadian Grand Prix. Lando Norris is your race leader by 2 seconds, and George Russell went from leading the race to being P3 in the space of one corner, the final corner. I told you, rain does make things interesting, and suddenly I just got this surge of energy watching Lando Norris get past. We are watching the replay. Lando Norris overtook him in the braking zone, and for some odd reason, George Russell just couldn't turn. He had to cut the chicane, go past the bollard, and Max Verstappen had to take some avoidance to avoid George Russell there. I don't know why did George cut the chicane, but Max Verstappen was coming in hot, and that is arguably notable for stewards for joining the track in an unsafe manner. But meanwhile, behind we are seeing the Williams of Alexander Albon overtakes Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc is down into P11 on the same place. The back straight is the overtaking zone right now because it is the driest place on the track, and the rain has to come now because these tires are not going to last for that long. And when do you gamble on the slicks? Because arguably these are slick conditions you could actually gamble on and may as well benefit. But if the rain is to come, and if it is to be interworthy rain, not just drizzles, then yeah, I'm not a strategist, am I? But still, I'm trying my best here. As Lewis Hamilton is on the gearbox of Fernando Alonso, but I don't see a move happening into turn 1. I told you, the race control Russell Verstappen incident has been noted, rejoining unsafely. I just knew it. My team, I'm never gonna win. They almost made contact there, Fernando and Lewis. We should get some radio from these two. Mind you, there will be some radio from these two going on right now, if we get it or not. But I'm gonna keep checking. We'll see what was happening.
Thoughts on conditions, Max?
Still wet.
Understood.
So it's still wet. Daniel Ricciardo is asking, is the rain still coming? Confirmed a bit later than expected. So the broadcast is saying that the rain will arrive in 3 minutes, and the radio transcriptions are saying that Pierre is telling Danny Rick that the rain will come in 10 minutes. Race control, the lap time delay, of course, lap time delay, cut the chicane, literally. But going out of the final hairpin are arguably two of the greatest drivers of this current gen, Fernando Alonso and Lewis Hamilton. I know Fernando is a rookie, but I have to consider him among the GOATs. DRS is open, and Lewis is still stuck behind the Mercedes. You've got to be brave. I don't know. You've got to be brave or something. But right now, both drivers are seeking for that wet spots on the track to keep their engines cool until the rain arrives. So on the last lap was funny. If we keep doing that, it's very good going forward. Yeah. But I can see the dark clouds over Montreal right now. And if they are coming to circuit Gilles Villeneuve, we may as well stay out. And if they're not, even there's a remote chance that the rain might not come. Verstappen's onboard just cut. What? No. Skill issue it was. So, no, if the rain's not coming, you have to put on the slicks right now. Maybe hard tires until the end. Maybe. But Lando Norris is leading by 7 seconds. I have no words. I genuinely have no words. George Russell is probably getting overtaken by Oscar Piastri. Now the gap between Piastri and Verstappen is about 2.5 seconds. But he's right on the gearbox of Mr. Russell there, and it's a horrible race day. Oh. As a Mercedes fan, it does hurt. Oh, yellow flag, sector 1, and Williams is round. Logan Sargent is round. Double yellows in sector 1. The back marker is out, and I see suspension has been broken. So Logan Sargent is out of the race, and that is a safety car, in my opinion. It has to be. He's right in the middle of the track. There's no way you can just push the car out. There's no runoff areas there nearby. So if Logan Sargent cannot continue, if he is out of the race, and if he cannot limp home or even take his car to the runoff area, it should be a safety car. It should be. It's wet. It should be a safety car, which will actually bunch up the drivers, and we have the safety car. So I was hoping for a safety car, so Lando Norris just doesn't run away with the race win, and it is the number 2, the Eagle Boy, the Freedom Boy, Logan Sargent. He's okay, glad to see that. But as a strategist, what do? Do you rely on your radar and say, oh, they're coming in pits? The leaders are coming in for pit stops apart from Lando Norris. What is happening here? Why haven't McLaren brought Lando Norris in for new tires? They've brought Piastri in, Verstappen's in, Russell's in, Alonso, Hamilton, Ricciardo stay out, presumably. I'm using too much of that word, assuming Hamilton's in pit. So Mercedes are double stacking. That's a fast stop for George Russell, 2.2. But if Mercedes can double stack and Lando Norris is leading the race, why not prioritize him over Piastri? Or did you just not have time to react to these two guys? I don't know. But Hamilton has gotten past Fernando Alonso into pit lane. That's because Fernando had a slow stop. Mercedes pit crew actually doing something. It's like, maybe I'm playing on you tonight, just like animals, and the car's still there. Logie Boyd's car is still there. It is a safety car. I don't want it to be a red flag, because red flag will change a lot of things. It should not be a red flag, but we'll see what happens here. Going into turn 3, going out, and he just lost the car. Did he hit any barriers? He did not. Reverse. Ooh, yeah, he hit. Yeah, on the rear. It was kind of a big smack. The rear wings broken, and assuming that the rear suspension is gone too, the rear left tire, it was just harsh luck. Skill issue for Logan Sargent. Is not that experienced yet, but yeah, he has to do something as Lando Norris comes into the pit lane right now, and behind him I see a kick Sauber of Guan Yu Zhou, which is lapped. I know so. I don't think I know so. But excuse me guys, I don't want copyright. I need to get up. My phone was ringing, which is not nice. And Lando Norris, McLaren, what have you done? Are we supposed to listen to Dutch national anthem once again? Because they have come in for new enters, so they are relying on the rain, despite it being dry AF out there. Lando Norris has lost out 2 positions. He's fuming in the car, I assume. Do we have Lando's radio? Not yet. yet, but yeah, he must be fuming. He went from leading the race to P3 in no time because of team error. Should have been in that pit box. We are not even halfway with the race, and there's some chaos, so it's not a snooze fest right now for me. It's 12:15 in the morning, but Max Verstappen is leading this race ahead of George Russell, Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri, Lewis Hamilton up into P5. Let's fucking go. Let's go, boys. Well, listen. Let me just use my phone. I know, but it's pretty important actually. And the rain is here. The rain is here. I repeat, the rain is here. So it's good news. It's good news. We'll listen to Verstappen.
Okay, so running order. So yourself, George, Lando, and Oscar. There you go. What goes around comes around. That's Miami back.
Yep, I think a reference there.
That is so savage from GP. What goes around comes around. So Miami. Safety car screwed over Max Verstappen, and Lando actually took the race win and the race lead, and basically is the Uno reverse for you. So what goes around comes around, I guess, guys. What goes around comes around. So make sure, guys, you donate me all your money. It will come back to you. When will I get over the sad jokes? I want to hear Lando's radio. I need Lando's radio, man. Come on. Lewis Hamilton is right behind Oscar Piastri. If Lewis Hamilton wins, I get rid of whatever hair I have on my face. I do it. On stream. So there's tractor on the grid. You have to be slow through that section. We all know what happened in 2014. Yeah, the rear left tire is completely on, the suspension's out. Interesting race this. So I'm just gutted for these two guys, Russell and Norris. Russell has gained. McLaren, dude, what are you guys doing? We'll listen to Lewis.
Cool the tyres, or what do you think? No, keep the temp. So if you can get to 65, aim for about 60, 65. We're pretty close on the rear.
Guys, I'm new to Formula 1, like kinda new to Formula 1. Let me ask all the racers out there. So right now, the optimal temperature for the inters is 60-65 according to Bono. No accents here, but why don't drivers keep the temps at 60 degrees if the ideal window is 60-65 at the safety car restart if you're suffering from overheating? And just purposely keep it under temperature, because tires are gonna warm up instantly because you're suffering problems with overheating and false start. Danny Rick. Wait, what? We'll listen to the commentary bit.
It looked like they went out and then he went moving. Did Ricardo react a little bit faster than the margin allows, or did he just edge?
Had he moved before that? Safety car's in this lap, so we've cleared the car away.
Safety car's ending, but guys, from the replay I just seen, it seemed like it was a pretty normal start. So was he out of his grid box, or he pulled a Lando or something? And I see Ferrari bringing in Charles Leclerc, and I told you guys, save the engine wear, retire the car, retire main, retire from this team, retire this goddamn team. I think I know why Ferrari lost today. Lost his radio.
We are not going to go anywhere, sir.
I wonder if Charles Leclerc was doing some resets there, just waiting in the pits to do some resets.
Why did he retire? What's the point of continuing in P19? There's no point. Are you just gonna collect data? You don't need data, man. You need better car. You need a better car. fuck's sake. No, I'm not ready for a Max Win, dude. I mean, I am ready for a Max Win because it's the 4th week and it's almost been a month since we've had to listen to the Dutch national anthem. Because see, today he won the Imola Grand Prix. Next Sunday was break. Next Sunday was Monaco. Then next Sunday was break again. Nah, it was back to back in it. So it was Imola, Monaco, break. So it's been 2 weeks. And from the gap from China to Imola was 1 month, I think. Yeah, it was a month. So China, we saw Max win, then a break, Miami break, and then Imola was the 4th week. So green flags, and Max Verstappen is king of safety car restarts. He gets away well, does not catch anyone napping, but it is a decent safety car restart. Now, since the track is not completely wet and the dry racing line is still there, I think after lap 1 we will have DRS, and this could change things. This is all about drivers right now more than the cars, because it's their skill. Leclerc, we think we fixed the engine issue, but what's the point of fixing the engine issue on lap 30 out of 70 if your driver is running into P19? Just how many seconds is he off? He's off, the 10th place guy is 7 seconds, so he's off 13 seconds off of the last point spraying position. And yeah, I don't see a point of him running. No further investigation. Running on safely, yeah, of course it wasn't on purpose, was it? So, but then why was Seb penalized? It was kind of same. I think Seb's was a bit more risky, but
copy. Just keep it on track. So 2 laps of rain and then it dries. Just keep it on track.
Yep. DRS is off right now. I mean, the lap hasn't been completed yet, so I think DRS should be enabled by now, because the drivers are coming across the line, and once they do, we'll get the notification up on top of the broadcast, and the notification says that no, the DRS is not turned on. DRS has been turned off because of the rain, and if the rain is supposed to last 2 laps, it isn't that much. So we will see a pit stop for slicks on lap 45 and after. I think 15 laps they can do on these inters. They can survive, and even the water can survive on the track. We'll listen to Leclerc's radio, what actually happened.
Yeah, we've got the rain.
Copy. Just keep it on track. So 2 laps of rain and then it dries. Just keep it on track, and then we'll go fast.
DRS disabled. DRS disabled. Even George is asking DRS enabled or not. It is not made. Unfortunately, it is not. And Verstappen is actually 1.6 clear to Georgie boy. I shouldn't be using my phone during live streams, but meh. I think the sleep deprivation is kicking in. I know I did sleep for 3 hours, but the night before that I was awake too. Yeah, I was. So all in all, in 48 hours, I have 3 hours of sleep. Williams has just gotten past the Alpine. That was pretty opportunistic by Alexander Albon, and I think he gets 2 cars in one go, because right now he has a weak up car in front of him, and he gets past him on the outside. Interesting. He gets past him on the outside and then threads the needle and gets past the Alpine. Never doubt Alexander Albon. I'm just saying. Alexander Albon deserves that second Red Bull seat. Not going to lie. Now why can't I see chat? Chat. So the whole track is indoors right now. Apart from sector 2, which is funny for me. where there is no DRS. So DRS will not be enabled and someone's coming in. It's Charles Leclerc coming in for a pit stop and he is getting a change of tires. What? Meanwhile, his teammate Carlos Sainz is making a move on Valtteri Bottas. But Leclerc was stationary for 2.4. What is Ferrari doing? Is it like what happened in last year's Suzuka GP, where Sergio was just, someone's gone off. Haas is wide at the same place where George Russell was. Is Charles just collecting data right now in the wet or something? Like, see how Checo did? He retired the car. 15-20 minutes later, he joined again. Could do that. A washroom break isn't that bad. But right now, you guys want to see something? Because it's right now, if I just go. I've lost. I can actually sleep. Do you guys get this ASMR? Do you guys actually get this ASMR? You don't. But I can actually sleep. My eyes are so heavy right now. Fuck me. But I can't get up, guys. Just excuse me. This is just overwhelming. I just wanna wait. Listen to the radio and I'll be back. I'll be back.
And yeah,
I have to.
Clear then. Now 82 seconds adrift. Has he actually? No, he hasn't quite been lapped, has he?
No.
About to be. Soon, I would have thought, given the pace of the Ferrari. But no, they tried something. It didn't work. The rain sadly came in at just the wrong time, and it is going to blow over very quickly.
But also the Control-Alt-Delete fixed his problems. I think had he have known they could do that with the sensors, he wouldn't have taken the wild gamble on the slicks.
So this race now, albeit with a lot of spray and very wet conditions, I just wonder, Martin, in about 20 laps time, are we going to see a dry line appearing once again and drivers having to struggle it out, or make a switch to hard tyres to go on and win the race from there?
Talking about struggling, of course, we've got drivers who haven't pitted.
Yeah.
They're still on the original intermediates. Tsunoda, Bottas, who else we got out there? Ocon. 3 drivers are still on their start tyres.
Well, Yuki Tsunoda, who has scored in the last 3 races, for the first time in his career, 3 races in a row, and points in 5 of the last 6.
Hello, I'm back. I actually never went away. I just needed to take. I just closed my eyes. But you guys listen to the commentary. There are still drivers out there who have not pitted yet, and the slick gamble from Charles was never going to work. What was Ferrari thinking? I mean, should I just remove my T-shirt? Will that help Charles win something today? Like, just don't finish last. Just don't finish. In my opinion, but yeah. The gap between the leaders is 9. Ooh, someone's off. What are we watching here? Dude, the Aston Martin was off. Race director. Race control signs what as collision noted. So turned in, they actually collided. Ooh, interesting. But Danny Rick is coming in for a pit stop. I do not know why. Excuse me. Fuck me, this is exhausting. I hate North American races. Let's go back to the European, please. I love the European circuits. It's so nice. 6:30 p.m. we get race starts local time. Then I can just stream until 9 p.m. Go eat dinner and sleep happily. Right now I'm supposed to wake up early. I'm sorry, I have to go to school tomorrow, not to study, but I have to get some documents, so I have to be there early, so I have to wake up again. And if I sleep right now hearing the Dutch national anthem, I think I might as well commit. Leclerc's lap time deleted. Show's lap time deleted. Checo's lap time. Magnussen's, Alonso's. Lots of track time deleted, and they are all at turn 14, 14, 14, 14. Turn 10 collision, turn 9. Lap time deleted, turn 14. So it's that final corner which is tricky, which it is actually, because if you get that wrong, you get to see the Wall of Champions up close, which you don't want. So, yeah, was it a seagull flying over the circuit? That, ooh, right now, if you could see, I've got my phone with 2 fingers. This deserves a like, guys. I am losing my mind, but this deserves a like, in my opinion. As Lewis Hamilton is still behind Oscar Piastri, well, how the tables turned there. Saudi Arabia, excuse me, Oscar Piastri was stuck behind Lewis, and there's the Ferrari going slowly. The Ferrari is being lapped. I can't be asked. I've lost a bit. Unless and until I see some overtakes, not even overtakes, I need DRS enabled. Then I need George Russell to close down this gap of 2.5 seconds. If I are investigating the turn 10 collision, which actually apparently was never shown on the broadcast, and even if it was, I missed it. With my wide open eyes, I missed it. God, I feel sleepy now. Do I just end the stream, guys? Do I just end the stream? We still have half the race to go. Can't we go? Aren't these supposed to be the fastest cars on this planet Earth? End the race. Stop the count. We all know Max Verstappen's going to win. No, boy. Oh, the mic's moved, so you guys can't hear me right now, can you? Oh, you can. But there is not a DRS stream, but the cars have bunched up, the back markers from Valtteri Bottas all the way to Charles Leclerc. Both the Ferraris are in this train. On the bandwagon. But here comes Haas on the Red Bull. He thought for a move there, but as I said, the final chicane move is quite difficult for drivers to pull off, and the gap between George and Max is still 2.3 seconds, which is not that significant compared to what Max has been winning, last year and the year before that. It is definitely interesting, but right now we are watching Checo battle a Haas. Can you guys hear me? I'm coming back with some food. In the meantime, please enjoy Crofty. So what I think here is drivers are conserving their tires, stretch it as long as they can, and probably go on to mediums or softs. But yeah. But I want a background color, yeah. So the text is here, and there we go. I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back. I'll be back in a jiffy. I'll get a coffee or something with vodka. Oh, the DRS is on. Fuck.
It's going to be turn 1 and 2 again. Still very wet. Everywhere else is dry.
Yeah, A firm.
So that's the story, isn't it? We've got to go onto slicks at some point.
What do? You have to go onto the slicks, mate. You can't be sacrificing your whole lap just for 2 turns. If you manage to get through those 2 turns on slicks, you go there for the rest of the lap, innit? So the DRS has been enabled, and the gap between the drivers is as follows. Russell is 2.8 seconds behind Verstappen. Norris is 1.5 behind Russell. Piastri is 1.1 behind Norris, and Hamilton is just 5 tenths behind Piastri. So I better see Lewis Hamilton into P4 before I come. So that sounded so wrong, fuck me. But yeah, I'll be back in a jiffy, boys. Text. What happened? I don't see any changes. If you're wondering why I became Russian, even I don't know why did I become Russian. But what is the catch? Race control, Norris intrudence. Leaving the track and gaining an advantage. Noted. When? What happened? What happened? When did he leave the track? How is Norris so close to Russell? And Verstappen is flying off into the distance, and why hasn't Lewis Hamilton overtaken Oscar Piastri? Is it because of the DRS train there? The track is dry, lads. Come on, get on the stops. Take some risks. Go get on the stop. If you're wondering what I got myself to eat, I actually got Hamilton's gone straight off into the pits, and hello, Mercedes guys, are you listening to me? I love you guys. Look, listen to the commentary.
4 slick tyres. Hamilton couldn't get past Piastri, so let's see if the strategy can work in his favour. It's the hards that are going on, Martin.
Yeah, they think that's the favoured tyre to get. No, that's the mediums. That's the mediums, but with the distance to go, either of the two tyres, they're really light, a hard compound tyre. The medium will grain a little bit. They're perhaps thinking in these conditions and with less fuel on board, they're okay with that now. But Lewis navigate this outlap well, and surely the other teams will
critical outlap now. Bruno, you had one job in Monaco. You were supposed to tell Lewis that it's outlap critical. You could have gotten past Verstappen, but it's how the top 3 reacts to this move by Mr. Hamilton. Because what do you do right now? Russell and Norris are fighting, so they are losing time to Hamilton as we speak. And if the racing line is dry, and if Lewis is able to get those tires heated up, and if he's gaining, I'm cool. Right now, we'll see the sector times pop up as soon as we see them. We'll get. So yeah, I actually got myself some Bonvita, and if you don't know that, you're supposed to mix this with milk. No, but it's chocolate flavored, so I just got all I had in a bowl, and I'm gonna eat it. Delicious. I'm not even gonna comment. Norris has just gone faster in the middle sector. Alex Albon, Piastri has come in, so Piastri has reacted to Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton's second sector time was 27.4 and Russell's is 26.9. Difference is Lewis is on mediums and Russell is on Bowen inters. Verstappen is coming in. Excuse me, but Verstappen is coming in. They are covering off Lewis. I don't know how does this play. Norris and Russell are still fighting. It is dry. It is as dry as my brain, as my... I don't want to say the word, but excuse me now, no jokes aside. The back straight is completely dry and Norris continues on. What? Norris, Piastri is on mediums. Norris is continued and is just put in the fastest lap of the race. Hello? Good morning. What has happened? It's a slow stop for George Russell, which means I don't know what it means. Will he lose position to Oscar Piastri, who's making his way towards Wall of Champions? No, it's clear. It's clear. And is Lando a sacrificial goat today? What? I do not get it. Lando Norris is under investigation for leaving the track and gaining an unfair advantage. So this powder, right? And I was talking and just turned into powder. And directly, it was like a smoke bomb right in front of me. A chocolate smoke bomb. Gasly has put in the fastest lap of the race, and actually Russell is on hards. Stroll is on hards, and Fernando is on hards, and Gasly is on hards. Lando Norris is still not coming in. What? What are they doing? What?
I think at the top left, 20.6. This is working in the overcut.
He has got almost a pit stop in hand on Max Verstappen. Another fastest lap from Lando Norris, a 1:23.2. Well,
absolutely idiot, Raj, are you? Did you? I don't know what's the time loss, but if the moment Max starts gaining on Norris, he's gonna come in, and it's then all down to the McLaren pit crew. Charles Leclerc is out, so I'm gonna remove this right now. I'm wearing the Ferrari shirt. But here comes Albon. And Norris, box, is it?
Give it everything.
Don't leave any grip on the track.
Remember last year, Albon was fending off Esteban Ocon at the end of this race. It's the other way round currently, he's just said. Fastest lap of the race though for Carlos Sainz. This track is improving and improving. Is the medium tyre the right tyre to be on, or should you get the hard tyres on at this rate? There's a mixture of compounds as the teams can't quite make their minds up. Verstappen's gaining a little bit on Norris. On this lap,
yeah, Norris is coming in. So it's down to the McLaren pit crew. The gap when Norris entered the pits was 21 seconds, and he's making his way the slow run down the pit lane, 80 kilometers an hour, and the average time lost is 18 seconds, and the McLaren pit crew are right on time. Here in Canada, Max Verstappen is on the main straight. Lando Norris is coming out of the pit lane right now as both the drivers are heading for turn 1, and it's going to be close. It's going to be close. Lando Norris is still the race leader, but here comes Max Verstappen. No! He just couldn't get the traction in. Lando Norris just couldn't get
worth the gamble, because Norris is now in second place, but the lead he's going to have to earn on the track.
Yeah, Norris is going to have to work really hard on this lap as well, because Russell and Piastri know where the grip is. They know so much more about this track now than Lando Norris for at least a lap and maybe more. So Norris then...
I am disappointed. The Lando Norris just got a bit too trigger happy on the throttle. He seemed quite snappy at the exit when you turn off the power limiter, the pit lane limiter. 4 seconds the gap between Verstappen and Norris, and I don't think there will be any more pit stop. Both drivers are on mediums. Verstappen just put in the fastest lap. It's so over. It is so over. Verstappen's radio.
It's very bad. It's like a lock suspension again.
Understood.
Look, I'm gonna trust Lewis's theory here, and Lewis is like, when Max drops the F-bomb, then it's serious, otherwise he's joking. So if Verstappen's saying that that's a big moment, Lando is lucky he did not spin the car there. But if Max is saying that the car is not good, it definitely means the car is not good, but it isn't bad quite. Like, it's difficult to explain that. If he does not use the F word, then it's not that bad. So I don't think he's gonna lose 4 seconds to Norris if he does not do something interesting. But right now, yeah, it's opposite, because George Russell is right on the rear wheel on the gearbox of that McLaren with DRS open. Towards the final corner they go, and the same place where Lando Norris overtook George. George Russell was well ahead before the braking zone. Get in there, George. P2, let's go for the race win now. Let's push. Lewis Hamilton couldn't overtake Oscar Piastri, and that is... I can't wait for Lewis to be in Ferrari. But then I see Charles Leclerc, and I don't know what do I want Lewis to do. But the gap between P1 and P2 is 4.6. how are the sector times faring? I'm interested in that. I can't. Oh fuck! I just missed his radio. Is this it?
The ride is very, very bad.
This is the previous radio, but there's been a new radio, and he said I can't touch it, and the gap is going down. The gap is going down, ladies and gentlemen. The last first sector for Max Verstappen was 22.4. George did 22.6, but the middle sector, Max Verstappen did a 24.8 and George did a 24.5. That is 3/10 gained in middle sector alone. Impressive. Max Verstappen just set the fastest lap of the race, but don't count George Russell out just yet. We are doing. In the meanwhile, I should maybe post a story. So, guys, I need viewers on my stream. I am going to promote it on my Instagram. Make sure you do follow me on Instagram. It's dnynrh.dg. And yeah, well, listen to the commentary. Meanwhile,
the temperature into those hard compound tyres. We were told pre-race, weren't we? The hard tyre is a really good race tyre, but you've got warm-up issues. Yeah. So if Russell's through that, he might be sitting pretty.
Fernando Alonso also on the hard tyre.
Oh!
And that's George
really
Russell.
wise. Hit the curb.
Yeah, another holy moly moment for George.
George Russell has just lost his place to Lando Norris, and that was a big moment. But as soon as I said George is gaining on Verstappen, these two are just gonna hand Verstappen the win. I don't even want to bother posting this story. Yeah, I might as well, but give me a moment. Focus, George, focus. That's what his engineer is telling, and fuck is what George said. Why am I pouting? I don't know, but that's a big snap. Well, nah, fuck it. I'm focusing on the race. It's just got interesting.
Does George Russell just make too many mistakes?
That's sausage job.
Times when the opportunity
it's not the sausage job, but it's a big job. He's grinded on it.
Well, he certainly did there. So, as I said, if these three were just working in unison, I think they had a chance to hunt down Verstappen. But Verstappen's clearly got decent pace out front, despite his suspension issues. And
yellow flag.
In sector.
What has happened in sector 2? Yellows. It's clear. So someone's just gone off and rejoined the track. But as Martin Brundle said, and even I said the same thing, they were getting on Verstappen, but they just think, Sergio Perez is out. Checo is driving with a bent rear wing. Sergio Perez is limping back, and the rear wing is just broken right now. It's gonna fly off into the distance. It's hanging on by the thread. Man. Sergio, just stop the car, mate. Just bring out a safety car. Let's do it. Come on, let's Latifi's hometown. Let's give him a tribute, and let's bring out a late safety car on the very lap 54. Not quite out of 59, but come on, Sergio Perez. You had a chance to do the greatest thing. There's debris on track, so a virtual safety car should be there. It just should be. Why am I playing with my watch? I still don't know. I do not know. Now, the gap between Russell and Piastri is 7/10. I hurt myself. The gap between Piastri and Lewis is 4 seconds. But Russell has just made his way into the pit lane to retire the car. And it's the Ferrari. And Alexander Albon are involved. And Sainz, who was actually rejoining the track, has spun it once again off the track. And right now is slowly getting back on track. Yellow flag sector 1 and 2. Please be a safety car. It should be a safety car. It is. It's a safety car. Come on. Just make it official. It is a safety car. Come on. It's not easy. This race has just gone from boring to a hell lot more interesting right now. Because both Williams are out of the race. What happened? We need to know. The nation wants to know. Sainz was round. So let me just think. Turn 6, right? This is the turn 6. So this is the main straight. This is the first corner. Then you go straight. Then there's the right. Then you take the slight right hand, and there's the left and right onto the DRS straight. So that chicane part on the left hander, that is where this incident occurred. And we are on board right now, Checo. So Checo was in that same place, and he just lost the car straight in the barrier through no fault of anyone else's, through his fault alone. He just lost the car, simple, no grip, and boom, into the barriers he goes. He's done. But what happened is, Gasly is on board. What happened to Alex Albon and Carlos Sainz? What happened there, boys? Oof. So we are on board Alex right now, same part. And Carlos Sainz just loses the car. And I overreacted, but fuck. So the same thing that happened to Checo, the same thing that happened to Logie, the same thing that happened to Carlos. But then sorry for that, I lost control, so I couldn't do anything. That is what Carlos is saying on the radio. And Perez in the unsafe condition noted. Now, it isn't important. So what happened is, I'm Carlos, I'm driving. I lose the car. I try to correct it. I'm spinning reverse. The car's going in reverse. Alex tries to avoid it. Then the car just hits him into the barriers and ends Alex's race. It was a strong race. Carlos Sainz has retired also on lap 52. So that's a double DNF for the Ferrari boys. Double DNF for the Williams kids. And the recovery vehicle is on the track. So you have to be careful on that section especially. George Russell has come in for new medium tires, boys. George Russell is in for new mediums. But Lando Norris has... Oh, the dark clouds. The dark clouds are in the background. I don't know if my screenshotting abilities can actually get it now. The screen just goes black. So, yeah. There are dark clouds. Not quite the same to the clouds that were there last year in Brazil. But, yeah, we have dark clouds. Verstappen's warming his tire. Lando Norris is just waiting. Lando Norris, you have younger tires, mate. Be it just 2 laps, but 7 laps older tire. Just understand the chronology, mate. Lando Norris, do it. Do it for the fans. Let's go a whole month without hearing the Dutch national anthem, and I think that'll be for the first time in ages. I don't think we've ever gone a month without actually hearing the Dutch national anthem, apart from the winter breaks, obviously. But yeah, it wasn't Alex's fault. It wasn't Carlos's fault even. He just lost the car. He couldn't do anything. I feel sad. I feel sad for Alex. And now is the time I put the story. Ooh, bad luck there. Guys, we're done with replays. Yeah, I'm just putting out a story. I have to do it for the content. we don't see anything on the radar, but big shots are popping up around, so we can't rule it out. So the radar says it's clear, but dude, we have the visuals. There are huge dark clouds just north of the circuit, if that is even the north, but just in the direction of the main street. I'll just say that. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I have to put song, but then I have to mute myself, haven't I? So I'll just mute myself, guys. Give me a minute. Meanwhile, the safety car, it's not coming in, but it's still out. But yeah, the race is neutralized. The safety car is ending, and now we are on the final lap of the safety car. But before that, I have to push the story car. Guys, make sure you follow me on Instagram. I've just posted a story, and right now we are heading for the most beautiful 12 laps that this race has to offer. An all-out battle for the race, where now suddenly Lewis is on 3 lap order, means he's on new hard tires. Okay, so Lewis does not have a chance to win this race, but George, Oscar, Lando, Verstappen all have the chance to win the race. The track has been green flagged, and it's on Verstappen when he chooses to go. This man is a master of safety car restarts, and maybe it'll just go before the final corner. Or will he leave it really late at the exit of the final corner? It's either those. So he's making his way towards the final corner now, weaving, getting some heat into those medium tires. And Verstappen's decided to go now at the exit. Now, after 1 lap, the DRS will be turned on. This race is more than interesting. All Norris has to do is stick with Max Verstappen for a lap, which is possible in that McLaren, which is very much possible. He does have those 2 laps younger tires, but the thing is actually already 1.1 down, 1.2. So I'm telling you, Max Verstappen is a master of safety car restarts. It's just power, just aura. He has that aura on the safety car restarts. And I think if Norris doesn't reel Verstappen in within the next 2 laps, I think it is difficult for him to win. But yeah, Verstappen has to fight for wins nowadays, so it is interesting. Let's go. The cars have caught up now by 2025. Excuse me. So many teams would have caught up. No, not would have. They will have caught up to the Red Bull, and in 2026 we just reshuffle the grid once again. What's the use? The gap between P1 and P2 is 1.8. It's now you pit in, George. Is that safe? Perez will be investigated after the race unsafe condition. It's nothing much. They'll just fine him some. What are you gonna find the poor guy? A grid place for a wing, which wasn't his fault. Now the DRS is enabled. But yeah, what the poor guy has to do, man. We've had 5 DNFs in this, double DNFs for Ferrari and Williams, and check out. So some big names are out of this Grand Prix, while Lando Norris is, well, already 2 seconds down, and it's not even the second lap behind the safety car. I mean, it's not even the end of the second lap behind the safety car, after the safety car. But did Mercedes, does Mercedes' gamble not work here? Because if Russell is unable to get past Oscar Piastri, we failed as a team. Should have secured the P3. It was in his pockets. Wasn't it? It should have been. He shouldn't have needed new tires, because all the drivers, they put on the slicks in relatively same lap, because one lap or the other. And I saw this K-Mag goes wide into the very chicane where George Russell actually rode the car pretty high. So this is where the broadcast was cut off. So we were just kind of Lance Strolled in Lance Stroll's country. It is interesting. Now Russell is 7 tenths behind Piastri and does have the fastest lap of the race. 2.1. I think I give up on race wins with just 8 laps to go. I genuinely feel bad. Bro, what is this? No one has seen my story, but a viewer just went up on my streams. What a coincidence. I see a flock of seagulls. Is that correct grammar? I don't know. But do I just not watch the race and see if anything happens? So guys, I'm not gonna watch the race. The gap I saw last was 2.00 something. So if it isn't 1.8, it's no use. So I will be counting till I'll be counting from, let's count from Fernando's number, right? 16. So we'll do 16, 15, 14. Yep, I have lost my mind. 13, 12, 11. Blame sleep deprivation, not me. 10, 9, 8. So actually blame blame North America. What is this time I took? Ow. 7, 6, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2. What is the gap? The gap right now is still the same. It's 2.044. And I actually rubbed my eyes and now I can't see anything. What? Turn 12 incident? No, it does not involve no investigation necessary, basically. So guys, I'm pretty sleepy right now. I don't think we will be waiting for the whole podium ceremony. I think I'll just end at driver radios, and well, that's basically it. Here comes George Russell on Oscar Piastri. They're going wheel to wheel towards the final corner. Both drivers have DRS and they both braked at the same time or let off the throttle at the same time, because the DRS closed almost in sync. That there was not a difference of even a tenth between them for the DRS closing time. But Verstappen just sealed the race win. Lando Norris P2. Arguably, McLaren just used him as a sacrificial goat. Should have brought him in. Oscar, request to hold position. Do you think you can challenge Verstappen? He was 17.4. Yeah, of course. Dude, you've got 7 laps to go and you're asking to gain 4 seconds on Verstappen with Russell in your mirrors. It's not possible. Let the poor man defend his podium. Why are you trying to disturb him? But yeah, Norris, that overcut decision was bold. It almost worked. I don't know what went wrong. It should have been a race win for Norris. It should have been. They should have, they shouldn't have been over smart. I don't want to seem rude, but I don't have a better way to say it. Like, just do what everyone else is doing. You have the pace to keep Verstappen behind. Your car is that closer, and the contact. Oscar Piastri and George Russell make contact on lap 64. Going into the final corner, and Lewis Hamilton has gotten past Oscar Piastri. I should not be clapping that. I am so sorry. But contact is their damage. We will be watching George's right side pod. Right now, all the camera angles are from the left side. I don't know what happened there. But Oscar Piastri giving no room, or George is turning in. I need to see onboards. But right now, in the crunch time, Lewis is ahead of George, and George making a move from the outside, and I think George is turned in. I don't think there's damage. There might be some damage, but I don't think it's extensive damage for either of them. Oscar actually jumped the curb, so I think, yeah, George's fault. Why am I being harsh? I don't know. I don't think it's extensive damage. I don't think Lewis will get on the podium, but Lewis is just 7 tenths behind. So come on, Thala, for a flippin' frapping reason. I'm glad no one's watching. Actually, this is kind of embarrassing. I might as well private the stream, but nah, it's memories. It's fine. So it's not about the race winner. Max Verstappen can set all the fastest laps he wants to set right now. Our main focus, our main goal is that P3 position with 3 drivers fighting for it. It's Piastri, Hamilton, and even Russell is fighting for that position. But Ricciardo is being, you are allowed to fight UK. So Ricciardo is just 5 tenths behind Yuki Tsunoda, and he's allowed to fight. What about Russell? Is Russell being told to just stay back? You made a mistake and you're going to pay for it. Lewis will finish in P4. Or are you allowed to fight? Or maybe Lewis will get the P3. I don't know. Lewis hasn't been on the podium this season. I'll be the happiest man tonight. 5 tenths. I'm just watching that time. It just go down 0.3. It's close. We are on the main straight right now. DRS is open. Oscar Piastri does not have DRS, as here goes Lewis Hamilton past Oscar Piastri into P3. Yes, come on. That will be the first podium for Lewis Hamilton in this season. Get in there. Fastest lap of the race too, even. And his record continues. Lewis has never finished outside of top 5 whenever he started here in Canada. Whenever he has finished a race here in Canada, he's never finished outside the top 5. Well, I don't want to jinx it. But Lewis Hamilton is up into P3 on lap 66 out of lap 70. There's just 4 laps to go. And right now, George Russell is on the gearbox of Oscar Piastri. I know I am shouting. I might get kicked out of the house, but it's maybe worth it. I don't know. I'm just excited. So George is chasing Piastri for 4th, and I think Hamilton should be able to secure that P3. Hamilton is gaining on Norris, but it isn't worth it, and George Russell has to attack Oscar Piastri, and Oscar Piastri has to defend Russell. So is it safe to say Lewis has locked in his 3rd place? Just there should be no mistakes. Danny Rick gets past Yuki Tsunoda. Is dropping down the order. Yellow flags in sector 2, yellow flags in sector 2. Yuki has dropped down the order, and last time I saw it was Rick versus Yuki. Russell gets past Oscar Piastri. Get in there, mate. Get in. So it's a Mercedes 3-4, a McLaren 2-5, and a Verstappen race win. What are we thinking about that? Now, what happened to Yuki Tsunoda? Was there contact between the two teammates? Right now, we are on board, and here goes Yuki Tsunoda, and he just went wide. He just went wide at the same place, and he narrowly missed the wall, and narrowly missed his teammate. He did knock over some bollards, but that was mighty close. It was super close to knocking your teammate out. No, it wasn't his teammate, but the Haas car. It was so close. And Yuki Tsunoda almost taking out the Haas. It was this maximum. The gap between the collision for VCARB and the Haas was this much. It couldn't be more than that. It couldn't be. Scratch that. It was probably this. The more I look, the closer it gets. But sad for Yuki. As Russell v Hamilton right now. Russell has DRS. Are you allowed to fight, mate? Imagine Russell taking out Hamilton and both Mercedes cars lose the podium places or the points. George, stay back, mate. Come on. Please do it. You've got the pole. You've already, you've got the glory for the weekend. Let Lewis have some limelight now. I know I have to say this, but God, the poor man's leaving Mercedes. I'm gonna cry at Abu Dhabi. I can just imagine myself crying at Abu Dhabi. I will try to stream. Norris is on the radio.
It's a debris to me.
Yes, someone's going to get a function from this. It's all over the track.
Yeah, but they're desperate for a safety car.
And the BAFTA award for improvised safety car request goes to...
So that they don't...
I mean, there are no debris. I mean, I wouldn't say there are debris on the track. That's the bollards, but there might be some debris from Yuki's, kiss and go or something. But safety car is a bit of a stretch. A virtual safety car, and I'll be flossing here. A virtual safety car. No, please. It's paused the stream. No! Russell has the DRS. Russell's trying to make a move on the inside. Russell's radio.
This is down the inside on Lewis Hamilton.
That goes without saying. Keep it clean, please.
And he did...
Lewis is fighting back. Lewis is fighting back that this man. And he stays behind. Okay, he stays behind. I don't know why. Why did Lewis stay behind? So Russell is past Lewis Hamilton, and the next lap will be the last lap of the race. So does Lewis go for the brave move on the last lap and just stay behind on this lap, or does he risk it and just go for it and let George catch you? So George Russell with DRS down the inside going into turn 14. Pretty straightforward move, no contact there, easy as it does. He was told to keep it clean, and it was clean, so you were allowed to race. Nah, not to George. Come on, Lewis. Come on, Lewis. I don't want to see Max Verstappen. What are you guys trying to show me? I don't want to see Max Verstappen as out of the hairpin. The two Mercedes cars go, and Lewis does not have the DRS. Lewis did not have the DRS on that lap, I think. Ooh, the incident between Piastri and Russell will be investigated after the race, so there is maybe a chance for a podium place for Lewis. But this is the last lap. Lewis, send it, mate. And both the cars. I don't want to see it. I can't bear to see it. I can just imagine Lewis getting P4 and being happy with it. A good race. 6 tenths. It should have been 4-ish tenths here, because then you get the helping of the DRS on this straight. Now you have to be careful. 2 drivers, including your teammate, has gone off here. You have the DRS, mate. Keep it clean. Get as close as you can get. I'm just using my fun game logic, which is probably wrong. The gap between them is more than a second, I think. Was it the gap between Russell and Norris? But if it was, Russell should not get the DRS. He should not. Hamilton is just that much quicker than him, and Russell has the DRS, so does Hamilton. So does that mean Russell has secured his place, but we are watching Max Verstappen leading his team to another race win here, and he had to fight for it, he had to work for it. But on the line right now, the two Mercedes guys are going for it. Will it be a photo finish? No. Lewis does get the fastest lap of the race, finishes P4. Verstappen wins it, Norris P2 and Russell P3, but the incident will be investigated after the race. So I don't know the finishing order for 3 and 4 right now. Will we see Lewis on a podium? Why don't you just check it now? And because I remember 22, that Leclerc penalty was given without a doubt, like in a heartbeat. So yeah, we'll listen to Max Verstappen's radio as soon as it comes up on the screen.
That finished, Max wins again.
Great job, Max. What a race. Kept you on your toes.
What a Max, that was quite a drive, quite a drive. Got the calls right at the right time, got onto the slicks at the right time, so well done.
Yes, what a race, guys. Not easy, but we did it. Great job, everyone. Yeah, made the right calls. So, yeah, congrats. Really good. Oh, nice. I enjoyed that one.
Did the safety car come out at the wrong time for Lando Norris, when in Miami it was at the right time for Lando Norris? Was that?
Well, yeah, what goes around comes around, innit? But Hannah Schmitz quoted that woman is, I don't know, superhuman calls today. She nailed the slick calls. Just great start. Despite the sad car, brilliant. By the way, Russell just screwed Piastri, and I didn't even acknowledge it properly because I was so busy on Lewis getting that podium place, which he might. I don't know. I am unbiased. I'm trying to be unbiased, but if George gets that penalty, it would be fair in my opinion, in my honest opinion. But
office. Ugly race on my behalf. Ugly race on my behalf. I'm sorry for that. Very sorry for that.
I think George feels the same as yourself there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think he would be disappointed. Started from pole, had had a quick car in the dry there at the end. Set Lewis fastest lap, George second fastest lap off the Grand Prix, and they didn't quite capitalize on it.
Well, at least he's owning up to his mistakes. Sometimes I don't like George's attitude towards other people, Lewis including. But yeah, he's owning up. He's a great driver, don't get me wrong. After all, it's a part of my favorite team. But yeah, owning up to your mistakes. It was an ugly race on his behalf. As he said, as we see Verstappen celebrate, but that's nothing I haven't seen before. What's interesting is what will be the post-race debrief be like in the Mercedes garage. Now, the race was on, but was Lewis told? He must have told, but Piastri getting involved with Sainz on the previous few weekends, and now Piastri getting involved with Mr. Woody. So yeah, Max is celebrating with his RB team. Nothing new for them either. Lando Norris, happy P2. His team did throw away a P1. But this is Formula 1. It's ultimately a huge gamble that pays off, like it did in Miami. And yeah, it just wasn't meant to be this time around. It was Max's hard-fought win. So I've gotten bored by Max winning, but seeing Max actually fight for wins is brilliant. Formula 1 is truly brilliant. Mercedes has been the quickest car all weekend, and we just managed to get a podium, and I think I should be disappointed by that. But judging from the last few years, or even the start of the season, we've made quite a leap. And setup, we nailed it this weekend. I'm happy for my team. Yeah, P2 was on cards, at least, if not the race win. So, kind of disappointed, but hey, if I'm disappointed with the P3, I'll take it. I'll take it any day of the week. Piastri, what? Achha, sorry. My driver tracker actually is so behind right now. I actually see Piastri in third place, but my bad. But yeah, disappointment with P3. Fine. Absolutely fine. To the one viewer who's joined in, make sure. Well, what are you gonna make sure, dude? Join in pretty late. We've had some exciting moments in this race, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. But we are not quitting. Russell, it's kind of sad. Yeah, it should have been better. But never mind. Kudos. He tried. That is what counts. Can we listen to the post-race interviews right now? And they are hosted by Martin Brundle. Brilliant. That I like that man on the grid block. Listen to Martin Brundle.
Race, and through it all, you emerged with a great victory. That was a champion's drive.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy race. You know, a lot of things were happening, and we really had to be on top of our calls. And yeah, I think as a team we just did really well today. You know, we remained calm. I think we pitted at the right time. Of course, the safety car worked out nicely for us, but even after that, I think we were managing the gaps quite well. Yeah, I love it. That was a lot of fun. You know, those kind of races, you need them once in a while.
Yeah, you always say you love to race hard. I mean, McLaren and Mercedes really took it to you today.
Yeah, in different stages of the race as well. So it was a lot of fun out there.
Any scary moments? You also talked about some kind of suspension issue.
Yeah, not particularly an issue. We know what it is, so we just need to work on it. But nevertheless, we won. That's the most important, and we still have a lot of room to improve.
And how satisfied are you with that victory?
Yeah. Thank you.
Max.
He does look pretty fresh.
Brilliant. What a wild race that was for you.
It was. Yeah, it was chaos. It was eventful. To be honest, I felt like I drove a good race the whole time from start to finish. The first two stints were very strong. I had an amazing pace, but then the safety car had me over. Just like it helped me in Miami, it's now had me back over. So honestly, I thought it was a pretty perfect race from my side. Just a bit unlucky, but that's what it is. But it was good fun. These conditions so stressful inside the car, but very enjoyable at the same time.
You went a little bit longer on the intermediates. As you say earlier on, the safety car picked you up, didn't it? And just cost you that time into the pits, but you're happy with how that all played out?
Yeah, I mean, the first stint, I was in the lead by, 10, 12 seconds, pulling away probably 2-3 seconds a lap. So things are going beautifully, and of course, it's Montreal, so there's always something that's got to come into play, but it was good. Fair play to Max. He drove a good race, no mistakes. Yeah, but it's good fun. I'm happy with the second, good points for the team, so a good weekend for us.
So you don't feel it's the one that got away, you're satisfied with that?
With what?
The one that is not the one that got away for you.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. It's helped me out. It helped me out in Miami, so I'm not going to be the one to complain. It happens, that's racing sometimes, but I drove a good race. The car's been great all weekend, so thanks to the team, and we're close. It's nice to be so close once again and on the podium, so we'll keep fighting.
You did drive a great race. Well done.
Love the attitude. From him. Zach showing off his Miami, not Miami. Why do I say Miami? Am I fucking dumb? Miami tattoo?
George, tenacity is a word that springs to mind. I mean, you stuck with it. You had a few adventures during that race, but you're on the podium.
Yeah, it felt like a missed opportunity, to be honest. We were really quick at the beginning of the race on the inters, and then obviously Lando came through really fast, and then we jumped back onto the slicks, made a couple of mistakes out there, just pushing the limits, and paid the price for it. But nevertheless, first podium of the year, we truly had a really fast car this weekend, and to be back in the mix fighting for victory was really fun. That's what Formula One's about, and that's what why we go racing.
Before that little slip at turn 8, did you think you might be able to catch Max? Do you think you could have?
I think so. I mean, we had the pace. Max was very strong at that point of the race. But then when we put the mediums on at the end, we were really, really fast. I think that mistake with Oscar, when I tried overtaking him and I lost the position to Lewis, cost us at least P2, and maybe we could have fought with Max later in the race. But we'll take all the positives from this weekend. First podium, first pole position of the year, and excited moving forward.
Pretty feisty side by side with Oscar. How did you see that one playing out?
Yeah, it was pretty tight out there with Oscar, and then obviously Lewis at the end as well. So I think it was hard, fair racing. So difficult when there's only one dry line. So you got to be committed and trust your rivals.
Another trophy to take home. Well done.
Thank you.
But mate, if you realize how Lewis gave his space, why didn't he give Oscar the
Yes,
P?
it is Mercedes.
Might have just gotten the P2. I don't know. But yeah, no hit to George. As I was mouthing to the camera or to myself, then I'm gonna come off as real bad. But imagine he gets kicked out of the cooldown room.
That cost him. Let's listen to the debrief.
Yeah, I mean at the end
He went off ahead of me.
on the hard.
Yeah, he
Yes.
passed me and then went off in 8-9. Like, that's where all the debris
Big
came
one.
from. Yeah.
Oh. This is like puddle on the right hand side in the start. That yeah, it was.
Ooh.
That's how I got George.
How you got him now?
Yeah, this one I was like, you pushed a lot here. I was like, whoa.
I was like, yeah!
Tried to go right. Yeah, it's
Just for the fans, just for the. Oh, here he is.
so slippery. Oh. Yeah.
Oh! Seb Vettel.
Oh, look at those marks.
Robin's racing, I guess.
They didn't show the.
Yeah, we're flying.
Oh,
Your front tyres are mint, huh? No grainy. So they put one race, one line there.
Oh, you ended up behind.
Yeah.
You overtook him again?
Yeah, really. On the inside into 14 on the wet stuff. Touched the brakes, locked up, and it was tight. He was on the hard, I think it was.
A bit slippery.
Yeah, I think we split.
The race debrief is over.
The Max Verstappen, Lando Norris, George Russell podcast available on all your podcast providers. I could sit and listen to them for a little bit longer, but they've got to go to the podium in a minute.
Well, yeah, well, to sum up the race, it was a pretty good race, pretty chaotic at first. Especially the initial 30 laps, then it was quite boring as soon as we got the second inters to slick period. Then Carlos tried to spice it up, but it worked to some extent, to some degree. I don't speak English. I'm sleep deprived. Bro, India win? What? When? Wait a minute. मैं तेरी नहीं मार गई ब्रो दिल से इंडिया रुक देख ब्रो ब्लू बॉटल दिल से इंडिया ब्रो दिल से इंडिया ले ब्रो ले रुक एक सेकंड we'll see nah. This is the stream right now. We'll not focus on the stream. We'll focus on India versus Pakistan. India won by 8 runs. God damn it! I didn't expect them. What happened? Listen to the commentary. So the last over they hit it big. How much do they need? So they needed 18 of the last over, and then they scored 1, 2, 6, 10, 11, and then they lost by 6 runs. Yeah. Whew. India win, bro. Your team lost. Cry more, bro. Cry more. I wish I could show you guys. Nah, copyright. I actually got the copyright for the last one. Bro, the The thing is, of course, you guys can't see it, but this Grand Prix is sponsored by AWS in it. So the background for the Titron or whatever is called, the TV screen, the screen behind the drivers, which actually displays the flags, it is the same color as the bottom part of the Dutch national flag, the Netherlands flag, and it actually got merged in. So I was like, wait, are they showing Monaco's flag? Is Max a Monegasque? No, I mean, he does live in Monaco, to be fair. Half the grid lives in Monaco, so. But yeah, that was a funny moment that I spotted. But well, I was supposed to end the stream, but I as well wait for the podium celebration. I'm not allowed to play podium celebration, so I guess, guys, that is it. No one's getting kicked. It was a good race. It truly, really was a good race. I'll just keep my Instagram profile here. We should review it, innit? On Twitter. We'll just check if there's anything interesting coming up. We'll review the Grand Prix. What would you rate the Canadian Grand Prix out of 8? Bumrah, you champion. First podium, cool. This is wild. What happened?
Right, they might still be in this. As down the back straight we go now with Alex Albon.
Yeah, I told you, threading the needle. That's brilliant, amazing drive. More wallpapers for me. He is him. Boom. Ricket. Do I not have no negative? I don't understand why the car head does. Just with the harder previous one. This tire doesn't feel, honestly, yeah. Questionable decisions from Mercedes lately, but I still support them. I want to kill myself. The Canadian Grand Prix chaos. I told you. When predictor, one thing is to not believe exit ports. Real. Just pre boom, boomero. Shamranga boomero. Arab, just do it. Arab. Mom, Jesus. Should not be laughing. I should not be laughing at this. Oh, but yeah. Cool room. MV podcast, guys. There's still because that time. So Mercedes are against Lewis's choices, and I've never seen that before. I mean, these two guys, especially Bono, Mercedes and Lewis, they used to go hand in hand, and I've never seen these guys quarrel. I've never seen these guys disagree on something, and which, as a Lewis fan, this is concerning, and even as a Mercedes fan, this is concerning, because just because a driver is leaving your team doesn't mean that you treat him like shit. I mean, I know harsh words, they are not true, but I couldn't find any polite words actually. And you can't just prefer one driver over the other. It's true. And George pitted after Lewis did, and why was George given hard tires? Medium. No, he was on hards, isn't it? He was on hards, and when Lewis pitted before George, why was he given medium tires? It's questionable, but well, it's racing. It should happen. We'll move on to the next Grand Prix. As the podium celebrations gotten over, they probably have. Yeah. So podium celebrations are over. So thank you so much for watching. Max, yo, welcome to the stream. Hello, you won. Max, you just won the Canadian Grand Prix. Let's fucking go. But yeah. Max Verstappen. I'd play it, but I'd get copyright. Max Verstappen. Well, it's time to end the stream. I don't see anything. By the way, I still despise this game. I don't know what happened. What is he doing with? I should show that on my screen, but yeah, last night I apologize. I said it on Instagram too, but last night I said it was Schumacher, Hakkinen, and some other guy. It was actually Schumacher, Villeneuve, and some other guy, and that some other guy. What's the guy's name? It starts from F, right? Fradster, if I remember correctly. I realized as soon as I said it, as soon as I ended the stream, I checked the history, but who was the third guy? It isn't called Frenson. I'm sorry, I'm butchering the name, but yeah. What happened, dude? Why are you laughing, Max? Why are you laughing? Oh, the cricket thing, yeah. It is funny. Rohit Sharma forgot that the coin for the toss was in his pockets, and yeah, real. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If I was seeing some viewership, which is good, not wide as expected, but good thing. Checking for any recent updates. Has someone been demoted? I know, but I don't think that they will be. History created by Pooja Toma. What did she do? She becomes the first ever Indian woman to win the UFC match. Let's fucking go, boys. Guess who's back? Back again. Okay, so this was a prediction that didn't happen. And new level of Britishness.
So, my word, that was close.
Oh, what are you bowling? I just had a big moment at 4.
You know you're always going to get something good from George on the radio.
It's just the best of British
Danny Rick was a good comeback. 8th place is not bad. The tires was definitely faster. What are the cars ahead on? Old medium tires. Old medium, remember that. Gaining into this. And the last one, did I? Yeah, but yeah. No, all I see is just poor treatment from Mercedes on Lewis. It's saddening. It's bad. And I see F1's latest post. What is it? Race classification 5 DNF spins. So Russell is still ahead. No demotion. What is this account pretending to a Formula 1 driver? Perez is pretended to be a Formula 1. Finally made it onto the podcast, boys. Should have been Lewis. But ooh, Sebastian. I forgive me, I don't get the reference because I didn't used to watch Formula 1 back then, but did Vettel spin here? And if he did, why is it not famous? The only famous thing is the 2019 Canadian Grand Prix. No, the one where there were 2 drivers on the first stage. Pakistan needed 48 in 48 balls with 8 wickets in hand. Thank you, Bumrah. Thank you, Ajit. Thank you, Ajit. Bro, God, if you are listening in it, I have the same downfall as Hardik Pandya, and I want the same comeback now. Come on, can't be unfair. Park farming conditions, sure, mate. Refreshing. Daniel Ricciardo, of course he did. Yeah, he's one of the fastest accounts to report anything. And Yuki Tsunoda went off and almost hit. We did see this, but okay. It's cool right now. More battle between Bono and Lewis, but yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching. Carpooling, getting an advantage. New document released. Can we enlarge it? Can we enlarge it? Maybe we can. We should be able to, but there's no point. So the fact is alleged leaving the track and gaining an advantage in infringement reason. This is no further action. So don't get it asked. Where the fuck is minimum of 4 what did they do? The soccer aid match, was it? But race win number 60, and I guess that is where we ended on Max's race win. So it was a pretty good Canadian Grand Prix. It was pretty chaotic. I had lots of fun. you know, even the last night quali was fun. I am, yeah, well, I'm just a happy kid. I'm a happy sleep deprived kid. I'm a happy sleep deprived acoustic kid. That is what I've become. But thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the stream for whatsoever reason, I will make sure to see you in the next one. But I don't know when's the next time. Of course, the next Grand Prix, I'll try my best to stream it. But the thing is, colleges and, well, shit happens. So I don't know. But I'll try my best. I think the next Grand Prix is the Austrian Grand Prix, which is pretty easier to stream because it's at 6:30. There's no sleep deprivation there. But thank you so much for watching today's stream, guys, and if you enjoyed it, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, check out the channel, and, well, enjoy. And yeah, make sure to follow me on Instagram. It's dnynraj.dg. Thank you so much for watching, and with that said, it's good night, good morning if you're on the other side of the world. Adios, amigo.